coasting hard where the shadows lie. Grip the handle, feel the engines roar. Freedom ain't a dream, it's the open door. Ride the storm, feel the thunder break. Cut the change and let the earth quake. Born to run, born to never fold. Heart of fire, soul of untamed gold.
Welcome back to coverage of the NASRA 360 Racing Network and the road to the inaugural NASRA 500 King of Talladega, presented by ServPro. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, and we welcome you to the penultimate event before the big show on Friday. If you haven't made it in, this is your last chance to do it. This is the Blanchards Towing and Recovery Duels at Talladega. Welcome to our broadcast coverage. As always, I am Wesley Outland, joined alongside the redneck announcer Jacob Reeves. Bigglestein hopped in on production, and we're not wasting no time, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to introduce the starting lineup for the first duel. Ready to go, 160 miles, 60 laps. And it's Ethan Eckert from Chicago, Illinois, the Verizon number 12 on the pole. And the man we call Dylan Jones from Minnequaquia, Wisconsin, on the outside in row 1. Then it's another Wisconsin driver, Ryan Johnson on row 2, and Mark Person in row number 2 to the outside. Row 3, Malik Ray from South Carolina, and Justin Malakar to the outside of him. Then row number 4, Asher Litter and Alex Hill in the 77. Row number 5 will find Kenneth McCullough and Cole Larson. There's your row 5. Row number 6 tonight will find Daniel Falkingham and Matt Cherry. Row 7 on the grid, Chris Blanchard and Kentucky's NASRA driver Lucas Lyons. Then we move in to row number 8 with Wyatt Gray and Keith Haney. Row number 9, Jacob, halfway through the lineup, we'll find NASRA Cup champion Jeff Merck and Curtis Banks from Wears Valley, Tennessee, starting in the 18th position. You got the rest of the 36 truck field, buddy. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Wesley Outland, good evening, and good evening to everybody out there in the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Row 10, we'll find J.D. Larson, Cole Larson's daddy, back here starting at P.T with Jacob Spentetta starting back here in P20 outside of row number 10. Tucker McClendon, the Tennessee colors. He is going to be in this bad boy in row 11 to his outside. John Darnell, the third in the number 99. Sean Corbett, Matthew Cummins back there, 23rd, 24th. Joshua McCullough with Josh Sustakapa out there at 25th, 26th. Craig Schroeder, Martin Vondell will make up row 14 with White Dooling and Adam Lichty making up 29th and 30th. Shane Trotter, J.R. Miller, back there, row 16, row 17, Roger Shelton, Evan Colvin will start in row 17, and rounding out the 36 truck field here for duel number 1, MDW, the weatherman, Matthew David Wood, and Kevin Haas, shotgun on the field.
36 drivers on the grid ready to roll. There's a look at the race information. It's down below. 160 miles on the 2.66 mile Talladega Super Speedway. 33 degrees of banking, 3,400 foot tri-oval straightaway, 3,000 foot back straightaway. And if that wasn't enough, there it is. 3 attempts at overtime tonight. 100% fuel capacity. They might have to make 1 pit stop. That's paramount to wonder when they'll come in. On a set of fuel, on a full tank of fuel, these trucks could probably go between about 30, 35 laps. So you're going to see probably at least 1 stop before lap number 40 if we're able to keep a green flag run. By the way, big thanks again to our buddy from Clinton, Maine, Blanchard's Towing and Recovery, for sponsoring the duels here tonight. You transfer in, you make it in to Friday's show. Thanksgiving Eve in the USA. We're glad you're joining us. Duel number 1 about to get underway. 60 laps, the final chance to make it into the inaugural King of Talladega. We're green. 36 trucks rock, roll, rumble in to turn number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a virtual sim race. We're green, Jacob, and you in 1.
Yes, sir, baby. We're ready to rock and roll here in the great state of Alabama. Ethan Eckert and Brian Tiny Horse Johnson up here on the front row trying to make a little something happen any way they can. Dylan Jones up on the top side. Johnson actually right in behind Eckert. Nobody actually way back there. They thought about going 3 wide, thought different. Double file, at least for the first lap. Outside lane start to advance. Here comes Tiny Horse with a run.
Really say that you need to be patient. This is a lot longer distance than what we've done before. 60 laps. That's definitely a lot longer than a 25 lap shootout. I would say, you know, the previous couple of nights since Sunday, you got 25 laps. You got to get up to the front as quickly as you can. Get it while the getting's good, as my daddy used to say. But right now, you got to kind of pace yourself as Johnson down on the inside. By the way, drivers in green that you saw on the starting lineup screen, Jacob, remember, this is like a practice session for them for Friday night for the NASRA 500 King of Talladega, because they're locked in. They are locked in. But you see how much it means for them to be on track running this right now to get acclimated for the big show and a longer distance of 25 laps tonight here at Talladega.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what these guys up here this already locked themselves in. Daniel Falkenham has yet to lock himself in, but Ryan Tiny Horse Johnson, Ethan Eckert, Lee Craig, Dylan Jones, all these guys, they're up here. They're on free money. Basically, they're on house money is exactly what they're on right now. They ain't got a damn thing to worry about. They can come out here, wreck the truck 9 ways Sunday. They're still racing come Friday night. These other guys, like I mentioned, Daniel Falkenham, Chris Blanchard, obviously with Lucas Lyons and Cole Larson, all those other guys, they got to be careful. They want to make sure that they transfer. And I think that's why, even though this ain't a 25 lapper, this is a 60 lapper, I think that's why you're not seeing that third lane fire off like we saw in the LCQs and the qualifying races. I think everybody is going to take their sweet time, at least till we get the last 10 laps. And after that, I think all hell's going to break loose.
Patience indeed. Perfect words from a man that we've known not only as an analyst, but also as a driver in the world of NASRA as well. We're just getting started. We need to pause for station identification. The Blanchard's Duels on CRN and the NASRA 360 Racing Network from Talladega.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Back here at Talladega, wreck inside the tri-oval. Multiple trucks involved as it was a battle going on inside the top 10. One truck makes contact. Matt Cherry gets into Larson and others, and the field implodes from within. Caution out for the first time, Jacob, coming out of turn 4. Yellow flags presented by ServPro.
Yeah, there was a whole list of drivers in that one. Matt Cherry, Cole Larson, Mark Pearson, John Darnell III, Asher Little. Watch it one more time. Yeah, they just, oh man, just got a little bit sideways right there, a little bit loosey-goosey, if you will. Just snapped loose right there. I mean, Cherry didn't really have anywhere to go. Everybody else scatters. But, ironic that we see that, they just get a little bit loosey-goosey. Meanwhile, talking about track temps and air temps, last night it was actually the coolest that it's been all week long until we got to the night, and the damn track temp's almost 140 degrees. So, dear God, I'm not surprised to see a little bit of loosey-goosey out there, that air. That's just a bad, bad deal for everybody involved right there. You see the 77, there goes Person. He goes sliding sideways, almost backs it up into the fence. You saw Cherry sliding, Larson sliding as well, and I about 100% believe right now that track temp being as high as it is going to play a factor, and if it hadn't already, it played a factor on why it has brought out the very first caution of the night.
J.D. Larson on board with him. He saw everything break up in front of him, in front of McClendon. There's Cherry and others spinning down into the grass. Everybody trying to find every type of surrender they can to avoid calamity here. So we go into the yellow flag. Here's a look from another angle. Craig Schroeder up top. There's the 35. Keep an eye on him. Joshua McCullough into Shelton. Not that bad. The McCullough family, Jacob, have had some bad luck in the King of Talladega qualifier races this week.
Yeah, they have.
Last night.
Yeah, we got
Matt
people
Cherry
spinning on pit road. Cherry, good Lord, he's already wrecked twice in 2-3 laps. Once on the track, and already once on pit road, just trying to go get his truck fixed. But I agree with what you was talking about right there. But the only one that really caught any luck out of the McCullough clan was Kenneth McCullough Jr., who was able to transfer in from the LCQ last night. That photo finish with Lucas Lyons, he was able to transfer his way in and not have to worry about tonight, but certainly here to try to help out. Not only get some practice in for himself, but also try to help out Joshua, which I'm assuming from what we heard, it was his nephew. So he's going to try to help Joshua out a little bit here tonight, see if they can get some McCullough guys in there to help him out and try to bring home maybe even a 1-2 for the McCullough clan come Friday night.
Dean, if you don't mind, put back up the starting lineup for race number 1. If you look at the screen, you watch it, you'll be able to see the entry list, or actually, I'm sorry, you'll be able to see the lineup. And if you notice, all of the drivers in green, okay, all of the drivers that are in green, they mean that they're locked into the NASRA 500. Now, I will let everybody know that there was a decision made this afternoon where it said that you are required to run their dual race. The powers that be said, okay, well, look, if you take the green, or if you at least, let us know that you're committed to Friday, we'll make it where you don't have to. And the reason why, Jacob Reeves, is we're being told that there's other names that have missed the last couple of nights. And this is their last chance to make it in. Now, to each their own, right? You put yourself in this box. So truly, this duel is without a doubt officially the last chance qualifier consolation for people that don't make the race. If you don't make it in here to these spots, you are out. And the drivers, again, that are in green, those 9 drivers either are here or they were told start and then park. They're going to be locked into Friday's race. Bottom line.
Yeah, absolutely. From what we're also hearing, there may be some of those drivers, that's in green that aren't here tonight. And they might have just said, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to be here. I'll just take the night off, go ahead and maybe get a little head start on my Thanksgiving turkey eating or what have you, and then we'll see you Friday night. So, some drivers probably elected to do that. I'm looking through the field. I don't even think Asher Little. Yeah, actually, Asher is out there. So hell, apparently all 9 of them showed up. So apparently, which I don't blame them. Get every bit of practice that you can in there.
So there's a look at the lineup again. We'll put you back on the full picture of the field on the back straight away. Thanks, by the way, to Cody and Brady and right behind the scenes for giving us that graphic. Looks really, really good. So the number 41, Lucas Lyons, the Lions 3D Designs entry from Owensboro, Kentucky. He is the man that's up in front right now. And Jacob, I say it again, I know Don's in the chat box. Punta Gorda, Florida, number 60, Jeff Merck. It's not that this guy hasn't been competitive. He's just had a string of bad luck, and he's got to find a way to lock himself in tonight.
Yeah.
This is where he's got to do it. Jeff Merck on the outside.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and, Wesley, I agree with you on that. I mean, we look back at some of the YouTube live chats. Me and Dean, we were sitting there looking at them, especially at LCQ1 and, some of the races where she was actually sitting there hollering, Dean, do not put my husband on the do not show him. We do not want to see him because it seemed like every time we showed him, something happened. He got caught up in a wreck. Well, he's up there at the front. I mean, we can't help it. He's up there. What do you want us to do? I mean, we can't do
just
nothing
talk about him. Back to the tri-oval. We're back to green. Still a long way to go. And Blanchard's towing Duel number 1 in Talladega. Lions on the inside. Merck up top. He wants to go to the lead. The Floridian battles now with the Kentucky driver. And South Carolina's Malik Ray from NASCAR. Coca-Cola is right there on the outside in that Tint Solutions. Orange and white number 1 to the top shelf out of 2.
Yeah, Malik Ray was literally one of those drivers that he went through every damn one of them through the LCQs last night, was able to make it pay off for him. Ethan Eckert up here on the front now. He'll take it up top. Malik Ray down on the bottom side trying to make it happen as well. Right behind him, Alex Hill, Jeff Merck, Lucas Lyons, Justin McClare, all of them working their way into the tri-oval.
Working through turn 4. To the tri-oval, back to the line. Look at Eckert. Eckert going now from the top to the inside. That's the Verizon 5G12. Eckert now puts the block. He's in front of Malik Ray. Ray's got to check up. Open the door now to Hill on the outside into 2.
Yeah, and he'll actually get pushed by Justin Melishar. Excuse me for mispronouncing on that one, but Melishar looking pretty good, only up 1 spot, but that 84 really hanging it out there in the wind. Eckert goes from the bottom, jumps up to the top. That will open the door for Malik Ray to fire off on the inside. He's got help from Pookie, Jeff Merck, Malik Ray all by himself out front, and now it is Merck and Eckert for second.
Through the tri-oval, Malik Ray now holding on to his position on the outside. To Eckert now. Eckert on the outside. Here he comes down to the bottom. There goes Ray now. Ray will take the top spot back, or will he? They power back on the outside, trying to get around him. And now Jeff Merck with a big boost on the tailgate of Ray to pull us out to the bottom.
Wow, he just absolutely hit the damn nitrous button and shoved Malik Ray all the way to the front, and Malik Ray's going to hang him out to dry, kick it up on the top spot, go all the way up to the top. Eckert right behind him. Jeff Merck all the way down to the center where Grandpappy has the moonshot from Grady. He's got Lucas Lyons lined up behind him, trying to go for the lead on 4.
Fighting for the last piece of turkey up on the top shelf away from Grandma, and dentures too. Gotta have those for Thanksgiving dinner, Gotta have the dentures.
Not for pudding. Not for pudding. You can do it.
Not for pudding. Not for pudding. Ray on the inside. Here goes Eggert. Eggert's got Hill right there behind him. Oh my goodness. You're horrible. Falkingham. We're trying to go 3 wide. Hey, by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. Malik Ray leads up down to turn 3, down on the bottom. Trying to get a 3rd lane going up top.
And Wesley, this is the first time that we've actually seen a 3rd lane rocking and rolling with White Gray trying to make something happen. mostly from what we saw tonight, everybody kind of went double file. They kind of got a little iffy. Do I want to take it 3 wide? Do I not want to take it 3 wide? What the hell do I want to do? Do I just want to ride double wide just for a little bit? Finally, they got a little bit courageous, I guess you could say. Got a little bit rocking and rolling. Now we're going to go ahead and kick it 3 wide. Now White Gray trying to make it happen. Not anymore. Now we got Alex Hill leading up here on this outside lane. Could be 3 wide. Yes, it will be 3 wide for the lead for the very first time here tonight at Talladega. And Alex Hill is going to take it all the way from the outhouse to the penthouse and trying to figure out which lane he wants to get in. He ain't got a damn clue, Wesley, but he gets in front of Malik Ray.
12 of 40. Hill in the middle. He's got Malik Ray. Malakar. Look at this now. It's Eckert now. Pulls to the inside behind Hill now. Ray up in the middle in the outside lane. Trying to form again for 3 wide. Led by the number 18 of Gray. Now he's got push. Here comes the 88. That's Falkingham, by the way. The number doesn't match the truck. It looks like Dale Jr.'s Mountain Dew machine. He'll now get blocked as Malik Ray goes to the outside and throws the block on him in 3.
Yeah, he is going to love that. Now Falkingham literally going to be his wingman through 3 and 4 with Alex Hill right behind him, riding on board with Ethan Eckert. 5G Verizon. Yes, sir, I'm a customer. Here we go. Eckert down on the bottom side. And how about Falkingham? Up 10 spots. Make it all the way to the front. Daniel Falkingham in the 39 side by side with Malik Ray. Wesley, honestly, this looks damn near close to what we saw in February with the NASRA 500 in Daytona, seeing some of these old boys up here. Falkingham, Eckert, Malik Ray up here into this mix. All these drivers we talked about back in February.
Three wide, and here we go. 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. Do the math, baby. That's 12. 12 trucks all in a line. Trying to make the 15 in a pack. Heading towards lap number 13 of 60. Still a long way to go as they work through turn 4. And now, Hill, middle lane, pushed by Falkingham. Now he pulls out of line, goes to the inside. Daniel Falkingham, he'll get a bump draft on the a side draft, if you will. And this pushes the 88 to the lead as they go into 1.
Oh, baby, come on, Falkingham down on the inside with Eckert right behind him. Alex Hill and Malik Ray trying to make it happen. If White Gray basically stuck up there on that top side, he's got nowhere to go, but he does have help behind him. Now, big shot. Looks like that's Malik Ray. Yes, it is. All the way from the middle. He'll jump up top. He'll block that advance from, obviously, White Gray. Honestly, I think Malik Ray and Daniel Falkingham may be trying to work together, trying to help Falkingham make sure that he can advance the race to Friday.
Wyatt Gray, here he is from Columbus, Ohio, representing the Buckeye State. As they work back into turn 1, there's Malik Ray down the back straightaway. And pushing up, here comes now Hill. Well, I tell you what, Hill has got a really strong truck right now. Jacob, he's one of the guys. He's one of the guys. Whoa, no, here we go. Hang on. Go, Gray. He just got hit from behind. Plowed in the rear and still kept going in forward momentum, and we still stay green as Falkingham takes the lead on the inside again. I was going to say, though, Jacob, that Hill is the only truck that the 77 that I've noticed so far in Duel 1 that can pull out a line. He can run by himself. He can lead the draft. He can run all 3 lanes, and he can carry his own.
Absolutely. I mean, that, Alex Hill doing a fantastic job. Check out Chris Blanchard right here. Chris Blanchard, who is obviously the title sponsor of the Blanchard's Towing Duel Race 1 and 2. Blanchard would love to show a little bit here tonight at Talladega here in the dual races. Obviously transfer in and get into the big one come Friday. But, I mean, you always want to win the race that you're actually sponsoring, Wesley. It gives you a little bit more oomph in your truck, a little bit more confidence, a little bit more don't give a damn attitude when you get out there and race.
Down the back straightaway, Blanchard, the number 9 from Clinton, Maine. Here he comes. By the way, big thanks to Blanchard's Towing and Recovery, Towing and Repair, sponsoring the Duels. And look at now, Jeff Burke behind Eckert. Clear a path, as they say in Transformers. Falkingham to the inside. Eckert's there, and Merck will follow on the bottom. And now, Eckert turns on Merck. He'll go to the middle lane as they go through the triangle coming out of 4. This time by 17 of 60 laps, and we are still rolling here in Duel 1.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Jeff Merck may have that old Dale Jarrett mentality from a long time ago when he sat there and basically told his spotter and his crew chief, I can't remember which race it was, but I know he told him, he said, look, these old boys up here, I haven't had a good week. So you better go ahead and tell those old boys I'm coming through. They better get the hell out of my way. I think that's exactly what Jeff Burke is trying to say right now. Maybe even telling the lap truck down on the bottom side, Matt Cherry, and took it all the way to the apron. And oh my God, now we got the third lane back rolling. Merck trying to roll with Falkingham, and up top, you got Ethan Eckert. He's got Alex Hill right behind him, third lane, trying to come up as well.
There goes Ryan Johnson, one of those drivers from Salem, Wisconsin. By the way, he's in. Remember, he's locked in. He starts the 500 on Friday. Working the back straightaway now. It's Eckert in the 12th. Ethan Eckert from Chicago, Illinois. This man started on the pole. He is in the number 1 spot, but behind him, they are coming at him fast and in a hurry. 3 rows deep now as they work off 4. Coming to now 40 laps to go. Still a long one to go here in the Duels as we're going to go side by side and thank some of our sponsors. We stay with you on the air, though. Thank you to all of our partners. Jacob Reeves, we're 3x3 back up to 33 degrees into turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, everybody right now with the speed and how they're racing, this is hold my beer excitement. 3 wide for the lead here in Talladega. Falkingham down on the inside, Eckert stuck into the middle. And oh, good Lord have mercy, they are still 3 wide. Falkingham able to jump out just a little bit and get clear. Now Eckert stuck in that middle lane trying to make something happen. Shane Trotter up there in the mix as well. Trotter up on the top side, got the toddy horse right behind him. Trotter in the 8 with the Budweiser colors looking like Dale Jr. up on the high side off turn 4.
Yeah, something that we've been doing all week is have each separate qualifier, last chance race, or dual separately streamed. So once we finish the race, we grab the top 3. We'll quickly go and off the air, bring back the second stream, hit that like subscribe to keep up with everything going on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. As right now, Eckert in the lead. He's got a dogfight behind him, though. Falkingham and Heel right there as more lap traffic on the bottom as they go to 3.
Yeah, and honestly, Wesley, you know, I'm going to agree with old McDonald. Had a farm out there, Larry McDonald out there in the chat. You know, he's saying that Alex Hill or Malik Ray is the favorite here in duel number 1. I like to think that as well. But, you know, at the same time, Malik Ray, you ain't got to worry about nothing. He's good to go. He ain't got to worry about nothing. He could try something. He could wreck out tonight and not have to worry about it. Some of these other guys like Falkingham, Merck, Blanchard, Person, you know, Darnell, all these guys, they've got to race their way in right here. So I would have liked to think some of the guys that are locked in and they ain't got nothing to worry about, they would be the favorites. It's these other guys that in desperate moves, desperate situations, those are the ones I'd be worried about.
There's a look at the details for tonight's race, as we mentioned. And another thing is the 3 attempts at overtime tonight. 3 attempts at a green-white checker. As right now, Daniel Falkingham leading them down into the corner. Falkingham not locked in yet. The man from Jonesport, Maine, the 39. You want to talk about one of the talents of iRacing? It is one of him as well. Malik Ray in that mix also. He's fell back out of the top 10, ironically for the moment. As right now, here comes Eckert. Hill has been hanging with him all night long. All this goes on lap 23. Eckert leads the Verizon 5G entry into 3.
Yeah, Eckert really holding it down. Started on the pole, and that's exactly where it sits. Alex Hill up 6 spots. Falkingham up 8 spots. Blanchard up 2 spots. Jeff Mark up 11 spots. That's the top 5 as they run. Oh, Eckert got tagged going into 3 and 4. He got knocked sideways. Hill jumps to the top side. He tries to make it happen. Blanchard almost hooks Hill. Oh, baby, they are racing for all get out. We ain't even halfway.
Cross the stripe, back to 1:15. By the way, 5 laps. Around this time, we'd be finishing with the duel. They'd be in panic mode now, coming to the white flag. Now we still got another 35 laps to settle it. Here we go to the outside. Eckert now down to the bottom. Falkingham, he gets a punch in the tailgate from the number 60, Jeff Merck. Merck's got another man in the 9, Blanchard right behind him as they thunder through 3.
Wesley, you know, there is something that we might need to be watching out for, depending on when they went. You know, everybody pitted on lap 5, so, well, I mean, still a little bit of ways to go, but if we go green all the way to about the lap 40 mark, 35, 40 mark, that's when you're going to see pit stops. A lot of guys went in on lap 5, some went in on 6, but most of the field went in on lap 5. So when we get to that lap 30, 35 mark, watch for green flag pit stoppers. That always gets chaotic when we come to Talladega with guys jumping off of turn number 4 and trying to jump down pit road, get all the way from 190 miles an hour all the way down to pit road speed limit.
And all the while, Eckert. So to answer your question, I believe to answer those questions, we have a position of locking in 18. There's 18 spots up for grabs. If you are the 18 that have not locked in yet, those are the ones that transfer because they pretty much broke it down with the other drivers that have either won qualifiers or last chance qualifiers from the previous nights. They made the decision because of more entries coming in this evening that if you won one of those, you transfer in. So some of these guys that are in the green did not run tonight because they're locked in on Friday. And Jacob, that was also made as a last effort for somebody to go in. So we'll see what happens. Right now, 27 of 60 laps for coming up on halfway. And Daniel Falkingham, might I add, is one of those drivers that is not locked in from the preliminary nights. So why is he in a panic to be in the front and win this thing? Because he's not officially in the duel yet.
No, I mean, he is absolutely not. I mean, and that will obviously play a factor with how Falkingham will race these other guys compared to Eckert, compared to obviously Malik Ray and some of these other guys that's already locked in. So Falkingham going to be racing his heart out in the 39/88 here tonight. I mean, and you're coming out with Dale Jr. colors. Wow. I mean, hell yeah, take it and run with it. 140 degrees, get the stakes, baby. We're throwing them out here.
Some of the drivers that are on the scoring ticker that are not locked in yet include, like I aforementioned, like Daniel Falkingham, Lucas Lyons, Matt Cherry, Jeff Merck, Tucker McClendon, John Darnell III, Chris Blanchard. Just some of the names. Now Malik Ray's in. Malik Ray had trouble in the race, and like we said, there's a mulligan because he's got a green. He's in the run. As right now they work into 3. Heading to the halfway mark. The driver, by the way, Alex Hill, Atlanta, Georgia, in the lead. Jacob, he's in. But it has not stopped him from showing his talents up in the front right now. Remember, we talked about it. You're locked into the NASRA King of Talladega 500. But you use this as a practice. You use this as a tune-up for the big race Friday night after Thanksgiving. Hill and others are doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said earlier, Wesley. I mean, obviously they're playing with house money right now. I mean, they ain't got nothing to worry about. This is their mulligan. This is their free shot. And one thing you talked about, with this being another race for some of these other drivers to get their last shot to try to get in. I mean, some of these guys, they have been racing for the past 3-4 nights, ever since Sunday all the way to tonight. This is their last shot. I got a bad feeling for some of these guys that if they wasn't able to make it in and they've been running all week, I would just hang it up until next week to get back in it. I wouldn't even touch the damn steering wheel if I've been racing that much and I wasn't able to get back in it. I mean, you add a lot of money to the pot, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, just that much heartache and that much work and you're not able to make it in, it's got to be tough. On any of these guys, especially to work their tails off that much and not be able to succeed, at least just to get into the race.
Halfway when they come to the line, 30 down, 30 to go. Falkingham. And remember the final preliminary, Duel 2, presented by Blanchard's Towing. Coming up next. And yes, to answer your question, we appreciate Chris Blanchard and Blanchard's Towing and Repair and Recovery sponsoring the duels, but that does not mean he automatically makes it in on a provisional. I don't know why people think that. That's you sponsor because you want your business advertised. That doesn't mean you get a free ride into the big race on Friday. So Blanchard has got to fight his way in just like anybody else, and right now he is on the outside looking in. Falkingham, Hill, Malachar, Eckert, Shelton, person around Shelton for 5th as they go to 3, Jacob Reeves.
Yeah, and look at all these drivers getting down to the bottom side. 4 up top, everybody else down on the bottom side. Watch for green flag pit stops right here. Maybe not this lap, maybe not the next lap, but in due time. Everybody, with the exception of about 5 of them, now 6 way back there in the back. Everybody else is down on the bottom side of the racetrack. There you see it. Now we're seeing guys from the top trying to jump down, find a hole, get on the bottom. We are right there on the cusp of getting green flag pit stops. We're right there at the halfway point, Wesley. If they pitted right now, the pit window is open. You could pit right now and be able to make it all the way to the end. So expect to see some guys right here to jump down pit road. And the bad part about it, these guys may not call out, hey, I'm going into pits this time. It's a mind game when you're going into the pits here on these super speedways like Daytona and Talladega. But that is going to play a big factor right there of guys going into pit and they not knowing that some of these other guys in front of them's pitting could cause a hell of a wreck going into the pits.
And by the way, if you've got any teammates or friends, frenemies, if you will, for the time being, you need to try to get them organized. You need to try to get them in rotation. So when they come down to the pit lane, you've got friends. You do not want to be a sitting duck coming down the pit lane solo and come back out and try to fight the draft. By the way, that pit window is probably between 35 to 40 laps. So any moment now, we could be seeing green flag pit stops. And Jacob Reeves, another thing that I wonder who's going to go for the undercut, who might try to make that happen. Right now, it's a stalemate with Hill leading in 3, but here comes the other 77 on the high side. There goes Mark Person. He is locked into the race. He is in green, but he's trying to show his strengths as they come off forward.
Yeah, I mean, he actually had to get out of the gas big time because Falkingham was way, way slower than Person was. He just had to basically jump out of the gas, saw a hole down on the bottom, and jumped it down there. Now Gray will jump up behind him with Ray. Gray and Ray, ain't that something right there? But now Gray's going to jump down. Ray up there by himself. And Falkenham now, he's literally up there all by himself. So everybody down here in just due time, I think everybody's just riding away, clicking laps off. And it's going to get interesting when we see guys going down pit road. Like I said, some guys already got a number. Some guys might not even say when they're going. That will be very, very interesting. It's two drivers up on the top side, Falkenham and Ray. Everybody else is on the bottom.
Alex Hill represented the APL. One of the Georgia boys down on the inside. Remember, he has a green. He's locked in, and here comes pit stops as we got him spinning tires, entering onto the pit lane, the 59. One of them, that's Mark Vondell. 25 to go, and green flag pit stops have begun, Jacob Reeves. Here we go.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do. Will they take 4, will they take 2, or will they just take gas only? My opinion, what I think that they're going to do is probably just take right sides only and then gas it up and then take off. That would be the call that I would make. Certainly don't want to be down pit road any longer than what you got to be. And at the same time, when you're down pit road with these other guys, the way you're doing it, you want to be able to be on the same strategy that these guys doing. As here comes the leaders.
Alex Hill and a big cavalry coming down to the pit lane, almost a wreck entering the pits, diving to lock it up, and oh my goodness, the 42 spinning. That's going to be Roger Shelton. We saw we got another spin on pit road. The number 8 is Shane Trotter from Asheboro goes around. 3 trucks are spinning coming down pit road for pit stops. He's in his pit box, so you can make pit stops. He made his pit stop in reverse, got it done, and now he's rolling away.
And if he transfers, that's going to be wild to see right there with Shane Trotter. I've only seen it happen in real life, but I've never seen it happen on the sim. So if Shane Trotter can get out and get going with everybody, he may actually get very lucky on this right here. As now you see J.R. Miller staying out. Here he comes coming down pit road.
God. Evan Haas took out the cone. Oh, boy, oh, boy. So now Miller, Haas coming in. McCullough now the new leader. Here he comes. He's in third. Will he pull in? No, he will not. Sounded like the throttle was hesitant there for a minute, but he does commit to staying up in front. Larson behind him, as well as Schroeder. We've got lap traffic also. There's Suss and Cherry, some of the trucks, they get caught up in a problem earlier, the 45 and 20. And all this going on now as green flag pit stops continue with 23 to go on the back straightaway, Jacob.
And Wesley, like you mentioned right there with Joshua McCullough, kind of hesitant on whether or not he wanted to lift out of the gas or keep it on the throttle. Keep in mind, with these drivers behind him, with Joshua Suss and, others like Cole Larson and Craig Schroeder, some of these guys don't race with one another each and every single time they get out there. So there's a trust factor, especially when you get lined up with some of these other guys. Seems like the trust factor is good to go right there with some of them, as McCullough's got some help down there, but you always get worried about that when you're going down pit road with other guys that you mainly don't race with week in and week out.
No, you're exactly right. Got to have a different strategy. Got to find a way to obviously, negotiate and battle with people that you're not used to racing with, contesting-wise. And all the while we're seeing this is now Malik Ray from South Carolina. By the way, he is not from Canada. I don't know why in the hell there's a Canadian flag. We had such a funny moment last night. I always enjoy talking to Malik Ray from Greenville, South Carolina, the Premium 10 Solutions. Number 1 now back in the top spot. Dylan Jones right behind him. And Falkingham as well, as they are right now the trio of trucks in their own little world coming out of 3 and 4, Jacob.
Yeah, and it's only 3 of them. I mean, Ray, Jones, Falkingham, that's the only 3 up here. And, Smetana, you got Gray, Eckert, all these guys. The laundry list of drivers lined up way more than 3. There's about 7 or 8 of them that's lined up in that second pack. And they are running down these front 3. So the more trucks that you got, the better you got, or the better chances you got of running down these other guys. It is certainly showing as far as the time. Smetana, Gray, they've already knocked off about a 10th just in that corner. So they will start to make a run. It will be interesting when they catch these three. Where will they go? Will they line up with them, or will they elect to go ahead and shoot up? And then you got to think about some of these other guys. Is their trust involved with them to whether or not they're going to start hanging some guys out? Obviously, everybody's got their own agenda. Everybody wants to make it to Friday for the King of Talladega, but there's this trust factor, and all that's going to come into play right here over the next 21 laps.
C.O.P.S. Smetana there in the 32 machine. There's the driver out of Czech Republic, Prague. From Prague there, Czech Republic, that's C.O.P.S. Smetana. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the Premier Racing Setups. 20 to go. We'll go side by side to thank our sponsors as we are 20 laps remaining in Blanchard's towing. Duel number 1. Ray leads them. Jones, Falkingham, and they're in their own little trio of trucks. Leader pack coming off of 4. When will they come down to the pit lane? And remember, here's something to think about. They actually pitted at lap 36.
Yeah, they absolutely did. And I mean, Smetana and Gray, they are really starting to get ready to jump up into their third little world. And real quick, if you haven't yet, check out Premier Racing Setups, premierracingsetups.com. Enter the code of NASRA. Get 15% off that entire order. But these guys, these three guys up here, they've got to be shaking in the shoes just a little bit, shaking in the sim rig, knowing that these other guys are really starting to run them down. The MDW, Matthew David Wood, Tiny Horse Ryan Johnson, Chris Blanchard, Lucas Lyons, they're 9 seconds back from this. So these other guys, all the way from the 4th spot, literally all the way down to where J.R. Miller is down in 10th. So there's 6 of them against 3 others. Riding on board with Smetana, they've already got it down to a 1.5. They can smell the draft off of Falkingham coming to 18 to go. They will catch them. It's what's going to happen when they catch them.
By the way, I am very proud of the way these guys have respected one another. We did have a little hiccup on the start, but other than that, it has been entertaining. Drivers fighting for it for the end of this one. Down the back stretch, there's Jones. That second pack, though, trying to catch Jones, Falkingham, and Ray. And there he is on the inside. Smetana, Gray, Eckert, McClendon. Let's get it on now as they're about to be a big old family again. Coming out of 4 with 17 to go at the line.
Yeah, big old family getting ready for Thanksgiving dinner. Here we go. Falkingham jumps up to the top side. He's going to have Ray with him. They're going to hang Jones out. Where does Smetana go? Smetana's going to go to the top side. Eckert goes up to the top side. Everybody else scattering all over the place. But Ray will take Smetana. He will go to the front, kicking Falkingham back to 4th and maybe even back to 5th. Here comes Alex Hill lined up with Eckert, working their way through 1 and 2. Malik Ray leads.
Look at now, the 32 powering on the bottom. That's Jakeem Smetana from Prague, Czech Republic on the bottom, down to the inside. A little international flair down to the bottom, powering along. Malik Ray. Falkingham will follow. Now Eckert goes from the top down to the inside. He'll follow that pack. Malik Ray hung out to dry. He is by himself as they come down to the tri-oval. 17 to go. Malik Ray has no friends for the moment.
Yeah, and obviously he's going to be remembering this come Friday night. Remember, Malik Ray is locked into the King of Talladega come Friday night. So this is one of those practice sessions, one of them testing sessions like you were talking about, Wesley, that he ain't got to worry about nothing, but he is certainly watching who he can work with and who he cannot work with, and certainly getting hung out to dry right there. He is going to remember all of that, but look at it, trying to do it by himself, side drafted the 11 of Dylan Jones, trying to pull him back. Malik Ray trying to do it all by himself with absolutely no help on the outside. Oh, baby, this is why he's a Coke Series driver right here, Wesley. He is trying to do it all by himself. Now Falkingham decides to give him a little bit of help. They're going to hang Jones out on the bottom.
Here they come, 15 laps to go, up on the high side. Mr. Jones and me now has no friends. Here comes Falkingham. He's got Ray to follow. And Jones is free-falling like lyrics to the Tom Petty song. But here comes another truck to try to help. It's a lap machine, though. The 42, can they be of help? These trucks a lap down right now, trying to get side by side, 2 by 2, and Malik Ray by himself a moment ago. He says, you know what? Screw it. Make me be alone. I'll run with you. But here's the punishment from that. When you run on your own, the draft swallows you up. And Malik Ray just went from the lead back to 8th or 9th, coming through the tri-oval now with 15 to go.
Yeah, and if you look at this, I mean, Roger Shelton up there in the 42, as you mentioned, he's got Kevin Haas right there as well with him. These guys are actually fighting for the lucky dog spot, so if a caution was to come out, first one to lap down would get back on the lead lap. So Shelton and Haas, they're racing for the lucky dog, and a caution comes out, puts them back on the lead lap, and then a big one happens. They could find themselves into the King of Talladega come Friday night if they was able to get a good enough finish. So certainly that race for the lucky dog is something that we're going to have to be watching out for, as well as the battle for the lead up here led by Falkenham and Eckert and Hill.
3 wide. Oh my goodness, look at now. Jones get back up in there and battle again. Remember, he's already a lock, the man out of Wisconsin, but he wants to get up there and climb as far as he can. The white 11 truck, the Premier Racing setup, number 11, up on the high side. Eckert, Hill, Jones, Ray, Falkenham on the bottom of the lap truck in the 42. Roger Shelton as they come off of 2.
Yeah, and 3, now 4 up on the top side trying to make it happen. Everybody else down on the bottom side. Eckert leads the bottom with Hill leading up top. He has the 11. Obviously lined up right behind him. That is Dylan Jones. Jones trying to roll. Ray trying to roll with him. Lap trucks everywhere as Alex Hill leads them off of turn number 4. Coming back this time, 12 to go.
Getting good in the neighborhood in the virtual world. Here we go. Hill now up on the outside, down to the bottom. Put the 77 back to the top spot. Jones will follow. Eckert's got Falkenham. They've got friends. Everybody playing nice as they thunder in to turn number 2. Eckert up in front, Horizon 12.
Top 10 up here, literally literally throw a blanket over the top 10. All of them running right here as Eckert leads. Hill up top, Falkenham down the bottom, and then obviously Dylan Jones right there in the mix. How about John Darnell the third, up 16 spots now as he slides past Malik Ray, certainly in a prime position for the 99 to transfer in. He's even got the King of Talladega logo on the damn hood. He wants to be there come Friday night. Started 21st here in Duel 1. Here he is, finds himself up here in the top 10. Baby, I'm telling you right now, I'm sure he would love to finish exactly where he's at.
Remember, John Darnell III from Morgantown, West Virginia. The JW Paints and Graphics entry is not locked in yet. Look at him. Now we're starting to get unorganized, and they're trying to go 3 wide. 2, 3 wide, trying to get something started up on that top lane. By the way, that is a lap truck from Greenville, South Carolina. Roger Shelton now being pushed by Malik Ray. 10 Solutions on both of those trucks. Could that be a deciding factor as they come down to the line? 50 laps completed. Here they come, Jacob Reeves. 10 laps to go. If you have been playing possum, it's time to get to the front to be a King of Talladega Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to be playing with your food now, baby. You want to try to go ahead, eat every bit of it, get stuffed, and take it all the way to the house. Eckert trying to roll. Here comes Falkenham down on the bottom side. He jumps ahead. He'll get the lead. He's got Hill right behind him. Eckert's got Jones lined up behind him. John Darnell the third right there smack dab in it as well. Smithetta, Ray, Gray, McClendon, J.R. Miller. That is what you see. The rest of the pack is 12 seconds behind them just now, working their way through 1 and 2.
Somehow just trying to survive and play nice as they come through the tri-oval. Under 10 to go now. If you are saving something You need to unveil it, and you need to unveil it quickly because time is running out. There's that big wad of trucks across the stripe. We're in single digits now. Falkingham powers up on the high side. Oh! Shelton sideways. Shelton's in the wall. He climbs the safer barrier. And the leaders race on in turn number 2. Shelton's a memory on the back straightaway.
Wow, Roger Shelton, he is literally going to see his dreams of trying to race in the King of Talladega come Friday night dash right before his very eyes. Falkingham, Hill, Darnell the third, Eckert, Smith-Teta, that's the top 5, working their way through 3 and 4, coming back this time, 8 to go.
He was already a lap down. A lap down truck for Shelton, but I think he was trying to just stay up in the pack because if the caution would have came out, he would have got the free pass. However, Shelton short into the stick, 8 to go. Falkingham now got Hill, Darnell, Eckert, Spatana in tow, nose to tail, down into turn number 1.
Everybody now going to start to play a little nice right here with 8 to go. Probably wait till about 2 laps to go, and then you're really going to see the moves starting to be made. White Gray back there, up 8 spots, sitting back there in the 7th spot, maybe trying to jump up and maybe try to get a run. Here he comes with help from Dylan Jones in the 11. Gray trying to work the outside. Smith-Teta jumps up. Gray tries to hang him out in 4.
Starts pulling out of line. Here we go. Keep an eye now on that 77 Hill from Atlanta. Moving now up to number 1. Got help from Malik Ray and Eckert. Now Eckert's got the draft from Ray, and the push and the outside will work. Here comes Eckert now. He started on the pole and Blanchard's towing. Qualifier, duel number 1. And now he's up there alongside with the boys of Hill and Falkingham as they go to the back straightaway.
Hell, we're waiting for 2 to go. How about 7 to go? That's even a better number. Now we're back at it with 2 wide. Eckert up here rolling with Hill side by side for the lead through 3 and 4. Falkingham behind him. Ray behind him. Darnell behind him as well. Dylan Jones trying to work with White Gray, but he's going to hang him out.
Coming through the tri-oval. Down to the line. 6 laps to go. Falkingham on the inside. And there goes Eckert with the push by Hill. Meanwhile, this is where the race for the win is. They are all around the racetrack. On the track map, you've got 4 or 5 different packs. So we got trouble back straightaway. Back straightaway. 2nd or 3rd pack. Crash. Matt Cherry, first one involved in the first yellow. He's involved in this one. And yellow is out. Matt Cherry, Adam Lighting, and Mark Vandell have crashed to the back straightaway. We'll re-rack them, restack them, and we are getting ready for another ServPro caution. Only the 2nd one of the night, Jacob, with 6 laps to go. Here's a look at a replay. Oh, my goodness, and Jeff Merck involved again. Wow.
Wow, Merck goes around. You see Lichty. There is Matt Cherry right there in front of the slide number 60 of Jeff Merck. Caution out. Just a bad bump draft right there. Looks like from Cherry to Von Dell. Then Lichty gets involved. Merck just almost was able to sneak through it, but got tagged in the left rear and got set around. Caution out once again. And ironically enough, it's right in front of where the leaders was coming. Wow, somebody, I don't know who the hell that was. They almost T-boned Matt Cherry. And then the leaders not too far back from this. There comes the leaders working their way. So, I mean, they had to throw the caution. I mean, you had spinners and guys stopped on the racetrack, but, I mean, the leaders were coming very, very fast and almost ran right into them.
That was Suss, by the way, that almost slammed into Matt Cherry. Joshua Suss in that number 80 machine that you're referring to, the driver from Great Bend, Kansas, the Copper. And the Comp Century. Hey, by the way, don't forget, Monday night, NASRA DSR Electric Truck Series. Tuesday night, the bi-weekly, beginning in January, NASRA Endurance Series. Wednesday, the NASRA Cup Series. Friday, the NASRA Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series. Those are the premier leagues of NASRA. If you'd like to join us or get signed up or want more information, follow them at NASRA Racing Social Media and the North American Sim Racing Association.com. We're taking a break. We're going to take a extended commercial, and we get ready for a shootout 4 to go. Blanchard's towing and recovery duel number 1 has completely changed. We'll determine the winner when we come back.
Craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime is Florida Cabinet Distributors. With over 20 years in business and 39 years of woodmaking experience, they proudly serve Northeast Florida to Southeast Georgia, delivering custom woodwork that combines precision, beauty, and durability. Whether you're dreaming of a custom kitchen, bathroom vanity, fireplace and mantel, entertainment center, outdoor kitchen, or even a full library, we can build it at Florida Cabinet Distributors, exactly the way that you envision. Hey, no project is too big or too small. If it's made of wood, Florida Cabinet Distributors can make it. Call or text Steve today. Yes, they gave us his personal cell number, 904-874-3442. That's 904-874-3442 to book today. Florida Cabinet Distributors, craftsmanship that lasts a lifetime.
Working out of the caution flag for the second time here in duel number 1 of the Blanchard Towing and Recovery duels on the road to the NASRA 500 King of Talladega, presented by ServPro. Don't forget that race will be on Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be a fun one. And Jacob, I might be able to pop in and join you and Mr. Ron Mons on the broadcast Friday night. That's my plan.
I really hope you're able to be honest, or to be honest with you, Wesley, because I mean, you know, we want the best. I mean, the best that NASRA's got, for one of the biggest races of NASRA, baby. I mean, that's what you want right there. And I mean, that's the A team. That's what we are. Me, you, and Dean. So hopefully you'll be able to be joining us come Friday night. Boy, I can't wait. I can't wait to see how it's all going to play out, though.
I have called races in real press boxes at real speedways. I might call iracing in a press box at a football stadium Friday night. So, oh, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you, drivers that are highlighted in green are locked in to the NASRA 500. Drivers highlighted in green are required to run their duel. Now, until this afternoon, because of an abundance of late entries, and they're trying to get as many locked in for positions, they said, okay, this is what we're going to do. If you're locked in green, you can decide to start if you want to. If you don't, you don't. You don't have to. If you choose to, you can. But we're going to try to take some more positions for guys on the white boxes to try to make it in to the race. So with that being said, you see drivers like Eckert and Jones and Johnson and Person and Malakar and Ray. And I mean, for the most part, Jacob, I got to give the props to the guys that were in the duel 1 that are in green. They attempted to run the race, and they're here.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. That's a big deal right there out of that, because, I mean, everybody wants to try to get that advantage to come in here and to practice and try to get something out of it. I mean, that just shows the commitment to those guys. I do want to mention the last guy in right now, we're depending on how everything works out, but right now sitting is Lucas Lyons. He's the last one to sit in that transfer spot. And he just sent me a message, told me that he was. I said, well, I wouldn't be surprised if he transferred, because I'm not sponsoring you in this one like I did in the NASRA 500 at Daytona. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to get in.
Hey, by the way, this will be overtime number 1 because they are coming to lap number 59. This would be, actually, no correction. This is the regular scheduled distance. We are still in the regular scheduled distance because we're on lap 58. If we get a caution, there's still 3 attempts at overtime. Here we go. Falkingham on the gas over Hill and Eckert as they go into 1.
Falkingham, big jump. He's got Hill lined up behind him with Eckert, with Ray. They hang out. Poor old John Darnell III. He's just hoping and praying to get a transfer to slide in. If we get back to the white flag, we are good to go. And we may end up seeing one hell of a wreck on the last lap. But for the moment, Falkingham leads.
Working through 3. It's Falkingham on the inside. Now Hill up top from the ATL. He's got Eckert and Darnell. Ray will follow through the tri-oval. Ladies and gentlemen, they will come to the line. Darren's Detail and Shine, 1 to go on the original race distance. Lap 59, white flag. We're looking for a winner. Hill to the lead for the final time in 1 and Duel 1.
Alex Hill down on the bottom side. Falkingham, Eckert side by side, door to door for the second spot. Transfer spot still holding on back there. Maybe Lucas Lyons, maybe battling with him and Brian Johnson. But up front, Alex Hill still in the lead. Not for long. Here comes Ethan Eckert trying to go all the way from the pole to the win here at Duel number 1. Door to door for the final time, 3 and 4.
And they're 3 wide behind them. Now they'll start to stack up and start to make final charges. Here comes the field. Down to the inside. It's Alex Hill. They're getting sideways. Bondale. No, that's actually Darnell in the grass, and it takes the field apart behind them. They're crashing at the line. It's Alex Hill. He'll win. Alex Hill will win Blanchard's Towing and Recovery Duel 1 here at Talladega. Ethan Eckert will finish second. Daniel Falkingham third. How about this? The guy from Prague, Czech Republic, C.O.P.S, who was a late entry, is going to transfer in. Watch this. Crazy finish, Jacob. And again, a driver in green who decided to run Atlanta, Georgia's Alex Hill is going to win Duel 1 at Talladega.
And that right there is just showing, flexing a little bit of muscle, but you hate to see it for John Darnell III. I mean, hell, he was sitting in a transfer spot easily and coming out of this 22nd. I don't know if that's going to be enough to transfer, but that has got to be heartbreak if John Darnell is not able to transfer, because he had it. He had the transfer spot going into the tri-oval, and then the stack-up happens, and Darnell couldn't hold on to it. And unfortunately, it may end up costing him from transferring and racing come Friday night.
Celebration on. There is Alex Hill. Look at that. Alex Hill getting it done here in Blanchard's Towing and Recovery Duel number 1. We'll pause for station identification. We have the finishing order and the results coming up in a moment.
This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Connor, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
In the lyrics to the original Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund, Nightmare on Elm Street, it's a nightmare, no, it's just a dream. For guys like Alex Hill and Ethan Eckert, they have transferred in, making it in already from preliminaries to the extra money they put in their pocket after finishing one tool in the Blanchard's Towing Duel number 1. Hill and Eckert finished 1 and 2. Daniel Falkingham, who needed a good finish to transfer in, and the man from, of course, Maine is now done that. Jonesport, Maine, Daniel Falkingham third. C.O.P.S, another Czech NASCAR driver from Prague, is in. Malik Ray, your top 5. Dylan Jones, Wyatt Gray, Junior Miller, Tucker McClendon. Is it enough for the Tennessee Volunteer? Yucky Orange 26 to make it in. We'll find out. Chris Blanchard, the top 10. Could he make it in? Matthew Wood, Joshua McCullough, Kenneth McCullough. Was their position finish enough? Malachar, Schroeder, Larson, Lyons, Larson. The finish of the first half of the field here in Duel 1 at Talladega, Jacob.
Yeah, and then Asher Little is going to be right there behind them in P19. We'll see what happens with Asher Little. I think Asher's already locked in, so it's just kind of just a night for Asher to just go out there and just send it and see what happens. Mark Pearson ends up finishing 20th. With tidy horse Ryan Johnson, he's already locked in, so he's good to go. He'll finish 21st, though, here in Duel number 1. Shane Trotter, John Darnell III, the one I was talking about, who was up there in the transfer spot, and all hell broke loose, and it just doesn't work out for him. I don't know if that's going to be enough to transfer. He'll finish 23rd, with Jeff Merck finishing in 24th after the week he's had.
Did I tell you this?
Ready to hit that wild turkey.
If there was a NASRA Goodies headache powder starting position, it's got to go to Jeff Merck. I'm being honest. If I was the guy on the board, Jacob, I would literally say Jeff Merck deserves to start shotgun on the field. I know there's only 37 taking the green, but give him position number 38, people, please, in my opinion. Yeah. But that's just me. Go ahead, my friend. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, hook him up. I mean, he's a past NASRA champion. Hell, why not? I mean, he could probably throw, like I said, a bottle of wild turkey to Bray LaBeouf and Cody Knott. Maybe they'll let him start anyway. But anyway, I mean, he starts he ends up finishing P24. Matthew Cummins finishing 25th. Kevin Haas, 26th. Curtis Banks, 27th. Josh Suss, the Coppa, finishing 28th. Matt Cherry, Mark Vondell rounded out the top 30 with Adam Lichty, Roger Shelton, and that's it. The 32 drivers, Cody Knott, Brady LaBeouf, TJ Moore, your race directors.
Can I say something? Mad props to all of these drivers. I want to give them a round of applause and even a horn. What a phenomenal job. I know he got antsy at the end, the crazy finish at the end. You see that happening. But for the most part, these guys did a phenomenal job in the first Duel 60-lapper. We're taking a break. When we come back, we grab the podium drivers on the other side. Stay with us. The King of Talladega getting closer and closer to locking them in for Friday night's 500-miler. We're back in a moment. Back here at Talladega, the Blanchards Towing and Recovery Duel number 1 is about to be reset for the second one coming up. I've always wanted to say this in racing, Jacob. I say it in football all the time. We're going to go for dos. We're going for dos. Dude, Duel 2 coming up next. We'll go for dos in Duel 2. Yes, sir. And let's grab the Duel 1 top 3 and bring on now number 77 from the ATL, Alex Hill. Alex, congratulations, man. Originally, actually, from Peachtree City, Georgia. That's in the Atlanta, suburbs. But, buddy, congratulations. You could have bowed out. You could have just took the green and parked it and got ready for Friday. What was the decision to run the full deal, and are you glad that you done it with a big win here in the Duel 1?
Yeah, I'm super happy that I made that decision. It's more experience for the race. Pit stalls were very slippery. The racing was very intense, so it's just things I can learn on for tomorrow or for Friday's main event. And yeah, it was a solid race.
And Alex, I mean, we've already seen a lot of the Georgia boys going to be in this thing. I mean, obviously, Joshua McCullough, Kenneth McCullough Jr. I mean, there's a whole lot of people that's in Georgia that's going to be into this bad boy. What's it like representing the state of Georgia in a big race like the King of Talladega? Because I'm a Georgia boy myself.
Oh, it's amazing with all these Georgia boys in here. One of us definitely got to pull off the win, man. I mean, it's great just representing all these guys out here. I mean, all of us know each other pretty well. So, yeah, it would mean a lot for me to win this race.
Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the thoughts of Alex Hill, the man that wins Blanchard's Towing Duel number 1. Let's grab now the runner-up and Mr. Ethan Eckert. Ethan, nothing to hold your head down about. You were the first man to start things on Sunday night as a preliminary winner in the road to the King of Talladega. Strong truck, good effort. Happy with second. And obviously y'all are teammates, right? Nightmare Esports.
Yeah, me and Alex are both teammates. And I paid him in on top of that. So I'm overjoyed. We both got 1-2. It was a great end to the duel. I mean, the caution came out late. I mean, that was kind of a little wrench in it, but we pushed through it and still got the 1-2. So, yeah.
Ethan, you got into this race right here. Obviously you were already locked in, so you didn't have a damn thing to worry about. But, coming into this race, I mean, this is kind of like I talked about it. This is basically like you're playing with house money. You just out here just throwing it up up against the wall, see if it sticks. And I mean, what could you take out of tonight that you could apply come Friday night?
The pit stops. From the first stall, you're gonna have a ton of tire spin with that. I mean, that's pretty much all I learned. We race these trucks pretty often. I know most of it pretty well. Just learn a little bit more about the setup and how the track temp and everything's gonna make it react with the car.
There you go.
So,
all right,
yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, go ahead.
People to shout out. Nightmare Esports.
He remembered.
MBG. Alex. Falkingham. Always great working with them. Dylan Jones. We're always working together. I think that's it that was in this heat race. I might be forgetting anybody. Shout out to you guys for broadcasting it, everyone that raced, NASRA for putting all this on, the race control. Yeah, that's it.
They call Chicago the Windy City. Is it windy in Chicago on Happy Turkey Murder Day Eve?
Oh, dude, it was like 45 mile per hour gusts and 25 mile per hour winds the entire day. It was crazy.
Oh, damn. Boy.
Yeah.
Chicago, Illinois, the land of Lincoln, if you will. There's our buddy from the Windy City, Ethan Eckert. He will finish in the number 2 spot. Let's grab another buddy of mine, called many of his races for many a year, Daniel Falkingham, in the 39, truck number 88, Diet Mountain Dew throwback of Dale Earnhardt Jr. back with Hendrick, and the man out of Jonesport, Maine, will finish in 3rd. Daniel, you were on the outside looking in, but with this podium finish, sir, you're locked in for the 500. I know you're excited about this one Friday, bud. What's your take of the race?
Yeah, just that was the goal coming in, was to just get our way through in advance. I didn't bother with any of the rebuys to try to see if I can get myself locked in, because I knew coming in, I knew what I had to do, and I knew it'd be very straightforward. But definitely got a preview of what we're going to be seeing Friday night, and yeah, it just feels great to be locked in, because I mean, even though I knew I could get in by just having to get through this race, you never know with like these kind of fields. Like, it's always going to get crazy. You saw at the end there, it got a little hectic, but just glad we could come out here and do my job. And shout out to Alex on the win. Shout out to Ethan. Was working with them guys, and Dylan Jones and a bunch of other guys that had my back there that race. And yeah, looking forward to go for it on Friday night. Shout out to NASRA. Shout out to you guys for all putting this on. And yeah, just can't wait for Friday.
Daniel, I mean, you mentioned a second ago that, you don't really know what could happen out of this. I mean, you're throwing back the Dale Jr. colors. I mean, hell yeah. I mean, I'm a big Dale Jr. fan myself, but, are you throwing the pace scheme on that? You maybe have a little bit of Dale Jr. luck here at Talladega just to try to help yourself out any way that you can?
It's the paint I've had on this truck for about a year or so, and it's always brought me good luck in any like the big events I do, because we won the Fall Brawl in PGR in this paint scheme. We won the PGR Championship in this paint scheme, so hopefully we can add another marquee bucket list, like big event to the list. So hopefully this paint scheme has been pretty good to me in the big races. So hopefully it'll carry me to another one on Friday. But we're rolling really good with it. And of course Dale Jr., he was my favorite driver growing up. So always got to represent the Dale Jr. colors. And with how good he was on the plate tracks, I feel like I can channel my inner Dale Jr. on most nights. But yeah, hopefully it will carry us to another big one on Friday.
Hill, Eckert, Falkingham. It sounds like a law firm, but that is the trio when the checkered flag falls in duel number 1 here for the Blanchard's Towing and Recovery Duel on the road to the NASRA 500 King of Talladega. Thank you guys for all of your time. We appreciate it. We'll see you Friday, and a happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Sean Hill from Atlanta or Peachtree City picking up the win. All these other drivers are locked in. Jacob Reeves, we're about to re-rack, re-stack, and go for the DOS. We're going to do it again, my friend. Duel number 2 is coming up next. You're taking duel 1, brother.
Baby, I'm ready for dose. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, you know, I'm ready to go get me another cold one right here out of the fridge. But yeah, I mean, you know, one thing about this one right here, there was less cautions. And, you know, and I don't know if maybe it was just how long the race was or if it was just the experience that was in the race. I think it had a lot to do with the length of the race. You know, and you got green flag pit stops. So a lot of what you saw here in Duel 1, you can expect that come Friday night, and I think you're going to have the same exact effect out of Duel race number 2.
And we want to say a big thank you also to, obviously, the audience, the family members, relatives, friends, or just, you know, supporters of NASRA or iRacing for joining us in the streams as well. And don't forget, we got another one coming up next. Never forget to hit that like and subscribe. Click on the bell. That's how you know when we go live. Again, there you go. The check mark, the thumbs up, subscribe, and the bell to let you know when we are live in just a matter of moments. For everybody at NASRA, including Brady LaBeouf, Cody Dodd, TJ Moore, Robert Richards in Race Director Operations. For Producer Director Biggles Dean Hopton, the best in the business. For Mr. Jacob Reeves, I'm Wesley Outwood. Congratulations to Atlanta boy, Alex Hill. First row inside set for the King of Talladega. We go for the dos. Duel 2 next. Stay with us.